I'm Archbishop Mark Coleridge, and you are watching Q&A, question and answer for the Catholic leader. Way back in the 19th century, the Catholic leader saw the light of day. And back then things were very different because it was the time of the Catholic tribe. And the Catholic leader, as a Catholic newspaper, was founded as a paper for the tribe. Catholics read what Catholics wrote. It was all in-house. Now, whatever about that as the beginning of the Catholic leader, it's certainly not the fact now nor the hope for the future, or at least my hope for the future. Because now the Catholic leader has to become not just something for the Catholic tribe, because the days of the Catholic tribe, well, they're gone. For better or worse, they're gone. The church is becoming something new, and it's not a tribe. So the Catholic leader, as a form of Catholic communication, has to be not just for Catholics, but for absolutely everybody. It's a voice to the whole society. Well, that's what it has to become if it's going to meet the needs of now. The fact is that most people aren't coming to us. Quite a lot of people come to our schools, and that's good. But when you think of the larger church community, most people, even a lot of Catholics, are not coming to us and are not walking with us, at least on the path of worship and faith. Now, what do we do about that? That's a key question. We can just throw up our hands and say, well, that's their bad luck, or turn our back on the great unwashed who won't come to us, but that can't be the response that we make now. If they won't come to us, then we have to go to them, and we have to keep asking ourselves the question, how might we go to them in new ways? This is where we need a quality of imagination and a bit of lateral thinking to do old things but in a new way, not necessarily to throw them out so we don't get rid of the Catholic leader, but we seek to do it in a new way. So the key question in all of this is, if they won't come to us, and they won't, then how are we to go to them? Now, one of the ways in which we are going to seek to go to them is through the Catholic leader, but done in a new way. So it's an old thing, reaching way back into the 19th century, but doing a new thing, and doing it not just as a newspaper, not just as print that we read, but also in conjunction with a website, because that's the world we live in. It's an interactive world. So try and think of the Catholic leader not just as something you read, a piece of print you hold in your hand, but also as a website that's interactive with the thing you hold in your hand, the newspaper. So we need a combination of old and new. In other words, to use all the methods and techniques of electronic media, as well as the good old tried and trusted methods of print media. Now, with the paper and the website, people can understand better, everyone, not just Catholics, but certainly Catholics, can understand better what we believe and why, because we live in a society where very often what the Catholic Church believes and teaches seems, even to very decent and reasonable people, kind of wacky. It's odd. Why would anyone believe that? And yet we do, because the truth is stranger than it seems. So to try and help everyone understand what it is the Catholic Church believes and teaches and why. And the second thing that the Catholic leader has to do now is to help all of us, Catholics and others, to see how big the Catholic Church is, because some people see it as this churchy little enclave, but that's not true. The Catholic Church is a vast mystery, not just in Brisbane or Australia, but around the world. To see more of that big picture, to help people see more and more and more, and also to see how creative the church is, at a time when there is a focus, understandably, upon the ways in which destruction has been at work in the church. But the church can be, and is in fact, incredibly creative in all kinds of ways, but they're often not seen and not known. Well, that's where the Catholic leader, both print and website, can help people to see the more. But in the end, my hope for the leader is that it won't just help people to see more of the mystery of the church, that in all of that they will be able to see the face of Jesus Christ, because he's the one to whom all our media in the church looks, and He is the word we seek to communicate. So in the end, I hope that the Catholic leader can do its part in its different ways to help all people see a little more, or even a lot more, of who Jesus is.